Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine Anderson. The search continues for a motive right now after a mass shooting in Midtown left 4 people dead, including an off-duty NYPD officer. It happened yesterday evening here on Park Avenue. Police say off-duty police officer Didarul Islam was working security to bring in extra money for his pregnant wife and 2 sons when a lone gunman opened fire.
He's a true blue New Yorker, not only in the uniform he wore, but in his spirit and energy of loving this city.
2 men and a woman were also killed. A 5th person is in critical condition right now. Police say shooter Shane Tamura of Nevada drove from Las Vegas to the city. He took his own life on the building's 33rd floor. The man prosecutors say admitted to shooting a Suffolk officer and killing an acquaintance is expected in court today. Authorities say Nieves Reyes confessed to killing Eugene Allen with a machete last week in North Bay Shore. They say he then opened fire on officers at the scene, shooting one of them in the face. Only a Newsday, the town of Islip hitting the brakes on a warehouse project in Bohemia. It rejected a proposal for a Tesla service station. Developer received more than $2.5 million in tax breaks for the facility on Betts Highway. It's still searching for a tenant. The LIRR getting high marks from commuters. A new spring survey found 81% of riders are satisfied overall. It hasn't seen that level since before the opening of Grand Central Madison in 2023, which caused a major service overhaul and a plunge in ratings. Only a Newsday, a new theater in Glen Cove has a piece of Harlem history. 80 seats from the Apollo are being installed at the North Shore Community Theater. They were available because the Apollo is actually going through its own renovation. Your Tuesday weather now. It's day 2 of a heat wave. Sweltering heat and humidity will make it feel like it's close to 100 out there today. Here's a pretty sunrise at Windmill Bay and beach in Sag Harbor, but don't let that fool you. Drink plenty of water. It is a nice day to be out there on the water, of course. That heat advisory is still active. Temps today top out in the low 90s, but it feels like triple digits out there. It's a similar story for Wednesday, the last day of the heat wave. The heat finally breaks Thursday, and we'll see some relief in the way of rain and thunderstorms at night. The end of the work week is wet, but the weekend is dry. Monday, it's sunny and cooler.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Island homes and businesses save with solar for over 20 years.
Only a Newsday. A new report says despite financial troubles, former top NUMC executives spent thousands on expenses, including dining on lobster and Wagyu beef. Virginia Huey has a story.
It's taxpayers' money, all money going to that and being wasteful.
Long Island taxpayers didn't mince words when they learned a group of top executives from NUMC racked up a $1,400 dinner bill at a swanky New York City restaurant at the cash-strapped public hospital's expense.
That's why it's in financial straits, because mismanagement.
The receipt obtained by Newsday was generated May 29th at the Lobster Club on the east side of Manhattan. The receipt submitted for reimbursement shows several outgoing executives, including then CEO Meg Ryan, ate a $175 lobster and a $68 Wagyu steak, running up a $1,437 bill on the hospital's dime. The meal took place the night before the executive's last day on the job.
That's not right. Not at all. I mean, a normal dinner maybe, but not $1,400.
Hospital policy on travel expenditures allow for $100 a day.
Newsday reporter Candace Ferretti obtained the receipt and other reimbursement request forms filed by former hospital leaders through the state's Freedom of Information Law, also known as FOIL. Newsday made identical FOIL requests to NUMC and the Nassau Interim Finance Authority, the state-appointed panel overseeing the county and the hospital's spending. Ferretti says a review of 2 stacks of documents revealed more than one pricey dinner bill.
We found $7,800 charged for plane tickets on United Airlines to Chicago. We have no idea whether or not that's first class or a coach ticket, but $7,800 for 3 tickets is quite a bit for a 2.5-hour flight to go to a hospital conference for 3 executives. We also found $940 per night hotel expenses for an advocacy trip in Washington, D.C. that the former CEO charged and had asked for reimbursement for.
Ryan's spokesman, Tom Basile, issued a statement to Newsday saying, in part, unlike previous CEOs during her short tenure, Ms. Ryan personally fronted thousands of dollars in expenses for initiatives that were not reimbursed, including food for employees, transportation, and supplies for community events. Basile did not provide any proof of unreimbursed expenses. Experts say the expenses may be the tip of the iceberg. An independent audit of NUMC's revenues and expenses is currently underway by a major accounting firm. NUMC is currently $1.4 billion in debt. NYFA Chairman Richard Kessel told Newsday this money was used for excessive luxuries that did nothing to improve the lives of patients who depend on NUMC for their health care. Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman declined comment. For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
Virginia, thank you. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
There's added joy on Broadway. I'm Elisa DiStefano with a look at a brand new musical based on a Long Islander's life story. This is Joy, a new true musical. And this is Joy! I'm so excited. The musical is based on Joy Mangano's life as a single mom on Long Island and her journey to becoming the inventor of the Miracle Mop and a super successful entrepreneur.
It's an original music score. Ken Davenport wrote the story from my book, Inventing Joy, and it takes a completely different take on my life. The journey, nonetheless the same, but it feels very different, and really, it's for everybody.
How do you feel sitting in the audience, watching your life come to life on stage?
Well, I first have to say I'm glad they can sing and dance. It's so surreal and such an honor. I feel blessed. I truly feel blessed. And if I can tell anybody that you don't need a musical, you don't need a movie, you yourself need to feel your accomplishments within.
On stage, Joy is played by Tony nominee Betsy Wolfe.
I just feel so lucky to be telling her story every night. I will not lie, I totally was one to watch HSN, QVC. They could have sold me anything. I loved it. I was like a kid who pretended to sell things in my bathtub. So the idea that all these years later, in some way, shape, or form, I've combined these two loves of mine, it absolutely blows my mind. I mean, I have the hangers. I've had the steamer for 10 years. Playing Joy it's a dream come true.
Joy, a new true musical, has been years in the making and has an off-Broadway run through August 17th.
I often say, just keep working. Hard work pays off. And this is a true testament of that. I'm so proud when I hear everybody says they leave this show and feel inspired, and that's a good thing.
What a nice twist to a kitchen staple. See more exclusive content like this on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Grab your cones, we're making ice cream.
At Snowflake Ice Cream Shop in Riverhead, owner Stu Feldschutz says every scoop is a labor of love.
Stu Feldschutz, this is Snowflake Ice Cream. I've been here 37 years. I make ice cream. I love it because who wouldn't love ice cream?
And he better love it because he says his little shop produces roughly 160 gallons of hard ice cream a week. And if you want to be an ice cream maker, you better be prepared for the not-so-chill hours of labor.
When people think, oh, an ice cream maker, they get to sit around and eat ice cream all day, what's it really like?
Oh, no, it's insane. Our first year here, when we took over, and we still had Herb and Joan helping us, the two of us worked 90 hours a week. It was totally crazy.
And if the hours don't get you, the pursuit of perfection will. Because every time Stu has a sample, here's what he's looking for.
So first thing you want to do is see the texture. This should be very creamy. I like to make my ice cream so if I close my eyes, I have no doubt what the flavor is. Let your molars go down. If you hear and feel a crunch, that ice cream has already been grainy, has melted and frozen again.
Taste tests aside, Stu says a good ice cream maker needs to be creative, always experimenting, and enjoying the process.
There's something new every day, and we're constantly being creative. We're always coming up with new flavors of the week. People are suggesting things, we're experimenting. You know, I don't know how many times a week I come in and we have new stuff here that we're trying.
Despite the many flavors and toppings that go with a good ice cream, you always have to ensure you're churning with care.
It's fun, you know. People come here, people are happy to come here, and you just enjoy and do what you're doing. It's more, not that it takes great skill, it's just, you're serving people, people are happy, and you're serving the community.
Ken Bufa, Newsday TV.
Definitely cool off and get some ice cream today. Thank you, Ken. See more LI Works segments on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. You can see more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other services you see right here. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Stay cool, LI. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.